Hi, my name is Dave. I'm a dad, gamer, things like that. This is one of my first game videos. I wanted to do something to talk a little bit about Minecraft. And it's one of those games that when I got into it, I had no idea what it was. And I decided that I was going to go ahead and get into it and try it because mainly my son had decided that he wanted to play it and he started getting into it. And I avoided playing it for a while. But then I went ahead and dropped right into the game and found out that not only did I really enjoy it, it was quite addicting. So, just to start out, is to answer the question, what is Minecraft? Minecraft is a game in which a random world starts up, you show up, and you start mining and crafting. And just to go ahead and start up a basic thing, here's just some games that my son had been setting up. I want to go ahead and I want to create a new world. And then so I'll go ahead and I'll call this what is Minecraft? And there's a couple different things you can do. You have game mode, which is either creative, where you can make anything you want to. You've got survival, which is you show up, it's daytime, and you have to start finding some way to be able to survive through the night because at night zombies and skeletons and creepers and other nasty things will come out of hiding. There's also hardcore, just like survival, but you don't come back when you die. It's over. I like to play survival. I've just finally actually started getting to creative. You also have other options you can set up about different types of structures, different types of extra things that you can do in there. And so I'm going to go ahead and set up create new world. And so right now it's randomly building up a world. It's going through, it'll set something up, and it should show up here any second now. There we go. One of the reasons why this might be running a little bit slow is I actually have a Minecraft server running on this same machine, and so we've got some other things going on. So everything should be showing up here anytime now. There we are. And I ended up right in the middle of a little bit of a pond. That's kind of funny. So as we come around, there's the world, there's the trees, there's another pond, there's flowers. Nice big huge mushroom. That's really awesome. Pigs, that'll be great to see. There's some other stuff. There's some sand, some water, horses. I popped up into a really nice spot to go. First thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to start getting ready to build. And the first thing you do is you just start punching down, just hold down your left click and you start breaking out those trees. I know it seems kind of weird to do some logging with your bare hand. And so while I get that done, I'm going to come up here, I'm going to collect all of those, and you see that I've got 5 trees sitting right there. This leads you to your next step, crafting. I just hit the E button. This is my inventory. I've got my main inventory. It's almost kind of like what you would think of as a backpack in a lot of games right there. If I ever build armor, it can go right there. This is my avatar. This is my crafting area, or at least your first crafting area, and this is kind of a ready bar of anything you can use. Right now, I'm going to turn this 5 blocks into 20 blocks of planks. And now I'm going to go ahead and make some sticks. And there's some different key combinations I'm using right now that I may or may not put in there. One of the things I would definitely recommend that you do at some point is that you end up going to the wiki that is built for this. There's a lot of great information. So I did mention this is the first crafting tool you get. This is the second one, the crafting table. I'm going to go ahead and throw that down in my ready bar, drop it out of my inventory, and you can just move back and forth using your mouse wheel. And so I will take the crafting table, right click to throw it down, walk up, right click, and now I can start doing things like build an axe. Or actually, first I'm going to build a pickaxe, and then I'm going to build an actual axe. And a lot of this stuff you'll see just kind of based around kind of a shape. And I like my stuff over here on the front end. And since I have this stuff, I'm going to go ahead and build a shovel as well. And these first tools you get, the wood tools, they're the cheapest, they're the wimpiest. And I'm going to go ahead and when you destroy this, it just goes right back in your inventory, and you see it there on the bar. I'm going to come and get some more wood out of this. Why? Because I like wood and I want to get some more crafting done. And so if I can get that, and see all of the different achievements you can set up, I'm going to go through and get some stuff done. I'm going to go ahead and focus on this for a second. And now that I've got this, let's go find someplace to live, because where's the sun at? Oh, the sun's right up there. And you see the sun is slowly moving up. That means it's moving towards noon. So that's east, there's north, there's west, there's south. And so the whole idea is right now it's not quite noon. I want to find some place. Okay, there we go. That's maybe a good place to go. There's some sand which you can use for different things. See, when the world makes its random structures, one of the neat things that you'll come up with sometimes is there'll be these great huge scars right through the world. And that's just kind of how it naturally makes up what it does. And so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my shovel, and you'll find out the different tools do different things better than others. Shovels go through dirt real well, pickaxes go through rock, axes go through trees, and everything you'll see on the tools, there's a green bar that's right there. Green means that there's actually still some use behind it. And so part of what I'm doing right now is I'm digging a hole. The reason why I'm digging that hole is that as night starts to show up, you want to be able to have a hole to hide in, at least that first night. This is a spot where you can start up your first base. And starting up a base is always an important thing in this game, because it'll be your operations, it'll be your storeroom, it will be where you want to keep your stuff, where you want to work out of. Eventually you may have a farm, you'll grow crops, you'll build things, you'll build a cool house maybe. And so for folks who like to build, for folks who like strategy, for folks who like survival, things like that, this is kind of one of those things where you can really kind of see the fruit of your efforts as you start to go through. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause this right now, and I'm going to go ahead and see. I'm going to try and clear out some of the stuff as I go through here. Okay, so one of the things I'm getting into now is there's my little hole I started at. As you can see, it's a little bit dark down in there. There's not a whole lot of stuff that's going on in there that I want to really get involved in because I can't find anything in the way of coal, which is specifically what I am looking for. The reason I'm looking for coal is you can use coal to build torches and you can start things. Oh, there's a coal vein. So I'm going to go ahead, and that's part of what I wanted to do is I jumped out of my little cave. You see that coal vein that's right down there. I am going to run around this hill right here, and I am going to do something that I do every once in a while depending on what I'm mining for, is I'm going to go and mine along the edge of this cliff. Okay. Cliff mining is always a fun thing, so long as you don't fall into the cliff. Uh, Part of it is you're able to keep some light if there's light, and you can go through, and if you start to get lost as to where you're at, there we go. And one of the things you can start to do is as you're doing this, if you're careful, you can start building out shelves and do some different things. And I know some of this is some advanced mining kind of stuff, but and then if I remember right, she was just right up over here. Hey, copper. I mean, not copper, what am I saying? That is a little bit of, okay, that's a little bit of iron, and you're going to need some iron later on. Main thing I'm looking for right now, though, is that coal. Because if you have coal, you can have a torch. If you can have a torch, you can light up your cave, and nobody can do anything to you while you are in your cave. You can already see the light starting to drop because it's getting darker. And I am just hoping that I am not getting into the wrong spot. Because there's that. It should actually be just right up here ahead. And I think I'm actually below it. There's the copper. I mean, keep calling it copper. There's the iron. I'll come back as soon as I find the stuff. Okay, so there's the copper, and I need to go up there. So I need to go down through the end of the dirt, come back over about 7 blocks, and I will be good. And here I ran out of my stuff. And there it is. One of the great things about coal is it's usually in larger formations, and you'll find a whole vein of it. And I'm just trying to clear out some of this stuff. This is actually pretty small, and you can get coal if you are using a shovel, but if you're using a shovel, you're not going to get the coal. You'll just break up the rock. Alright, I've got my coal. Hey, there's a little bit of iron. Let's get that back. And we'll go back out to my little camp. See, the sun's down. I'm going to need to do something here real quick before monsters start showing up. Take that, put that right there, put that right there, and voila, I have my, there we go. And to seal this up, I just have to put those there, and nothing's going to get in. And the reason why I was so fired up about getting the torches in there, not to make a pun, is that the way the monsters or the mobs in Minecraft are set up is they will only show up if it is not lit. And so once nighttime hits, the monsters will start coming out, and then you're in trouble. So that right there is one example of getting into the first night stuff. There's lots of tutorials out on the web about how to get into other tutorials, and I mean, lots of different tutorials that are on YouTube and elsewhere, and so they'll take care of anything else you need. Otherwise, good luck with it. We got into the first day. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop out of this game, and I will show you about the creative mode. And here we go. It's just like the other style. You start up with single player. I'm going to create new world. What is Minecraft? And the C for creative. And we'll go to creative. And then something I didn't check on there. One of the things you can do even on survival mode is you can set how easy it is, and at certain levels the monsters won't even start looking for you. So it's kind of a neat thing. Here we are in creative mode. In creative mode, nothing will come after you. You'll see monsters all over the place. Nothing happens. Nobody comes after you. And there's the sun. And there's sheep, and there's all kinds of other fun things. That's kind of cool. The great thing that you can do here is with one easy hop, all you have to do is you double click the spacebar, and I am flying. And so you can get a little bit better idea, and you can see as the graphics try to catch up. There's some ocean over there, big forest, there's the sun, there's hills, sand, there's sheep, there's some stuff down there, and a lot of the fun things, some of the mushrooms. This kind of leads to some of the reasons why I am making this video, is simply that all of the other what is Minecraft videos that are out there are a few years old. There's been some great things that have been done to the game, some big changes. There's some cows. This is the rainforest that we're flying over right now. There's just lots of neat stuff that's been added to the game in what you can do, what you can make, and this is what happens for having so many different things going on my computer right now. Trying to run about 8 different programs that are all causing lots of slow things. But as I come through here, you'll get a chance to see just the variety. If we keep on going in different directions, you'll end up having to there's some interesting stuff. Let's go ahead and drop down here, and I just hit the spacebar a couple times, and I'll just go ahead and drop. And so I'm in this little area. This looks as good a place as any to start. Some cows, some mushrooms, things like that. And what you can do with the creative mode is simply, instead of having to build tools to destroy things, left click. Left click, stuff disappears. And you can destroy things as you want to, willy-nilly. And then if you want to build something, you can right click it once you place it, but first you go into your inventory, and in your inventory you see all of these different, everything from building blocks of all kinds. And that's some of the fun things. And you can build all of this stuff in survival mode. You just have to have the materials and you have to know what you're doing. But there's bookshelves, mossy cobblestone, obsidian, diamond ore, all kinds of fun things. Decoration blocks of different kinds, plants, ladders, stained glass panes. That was something that was added just recently, was the stained glass panes. Item frames, all kinds of different stuff. One of the fun things to making in either creative or in the survival mode is TNT. You can have a lot of fun with that. Lots of just really neat things. One of the things you can do is you can make mine cars, and there's some really neat stuff. Just do a search on YouTube for Minecraft and roller coaster. There's some awesome stuff out there. They added on saddles for when you get horses. There's lots of different things. Little miscellaneous things you can do. Take something like one of these eggs, you can spawn different creatures. You have music that you can play in your own jukebox you can create. If you want to search for something in particular, you've got a search function, different types of food, tools. And then one of the things you'll see here is on the weapons as well as on the tools is there is the hierarchy. Wood's your basic. You go from wood to stone, and you can see right here you've got differences in what they have here is attack damage. You've got after wood and stone you have iron, then you have diamond. There's also gold. Gold doesn't last too long, but if you're going to get into enchanting, which is a whole another aspect of this, you can get into enchanting. Gold's what you're going to have. Shears to clip your sheep, lead ropes to pull your animals, all kinds of different things. Armor, brewing, you can make different kinds of potions, and then here's all of your different other crafting materials that some of these you're going to be able to get off of different things. Some of these you're going to be able to craft, all kinds of crazy stuff. So let's go ahead and say if I want to go ahead and take this particular place as it is, one of my favorite ways to light things is using redstone blocks. And there's lots of different things. Redstone's a really crazy thing you can use. It's kind of like the electrical source for this. So anyway, enough of that. I'm going to go ahead and come up here a little bit, rotate on, and it's just that simple. You can sit and just place stuff anywhere you want to. And I mentioned earlier one of the reasons I was making this video is because of all of the old Minecraft what is Minecraft videos. One of my issues is also not as much just the fact that they're old, but a bunch of them were done by people who are using language I'd rather not hear my kids say. And so I know that there's a lot of people who are younger kids who are playing this game and other games like it. And so I know that they would be able to listen to stuff like me drone on endlessly about the game without having to worry about me going off and saying things I really shouldn't be saying for some of the people who are playing the game. Alright, and then I'll be showing you some of the other stuff you can do in creative mode here in a second. And there's really no reason to glass in something because it's not like you're going to get wet or anything like that, but I just like having it partially because of the effect you can have on just the visual stuff. And I think that's really kind of one of the reasons why a lot of people like creative mode is just all of the crazy stuff you can build. Everything from simple computers to just lots of weird things that people have taken the time to build and construct. And so now that I've got that set up, I'm going to go ahead and and remember, a lot of the stuff that you're going to build, you can go ahead and actually, I'm going to take that and I'm going to, and that's kind of one of the keys sometimes, is knowing what you can break and what you can do away with. So just to show you what I've just done, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Let's open this up a little bit more. Alright, that's what it looks like now from the top. And some of the fun stuff you can do here is I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of different commands. Oh, I keep forgetting that. Okay, it took me a second to remember. There we go. Had my order of my commands set wrong. Alright, so you see here, light's gone, sun's gone down, moon's coming up. And with that whole area, there's even a cow walking around the top of my glass roof. So I've got that lit up. And so I've got this lit. And there's all kinds of other things I can do. There's bats. You'll see bats in the dark places. So this is the light. If I took this out, there it goes. So let's go ahead and get that set up. Yeah, a whole lot of building stuff so you can break it later just to be able to support for something. And I know there's some people out there who have some really cool ways of going about doing some different things. And you can see I can sit there and just kind of fly around just using WASD and looking. And so as I come back down here, something else I can show you. Okay, so just reset the time to daytime, and there we go. Weather is the command. See, that's how often I do this. Okay, you see here's the rain coming down. Oh, so it just wants to do clear rain or thunder. Oh yeah, because it'll snow in some areas. But there'll be actually, it's kind of a snow biome. And that's what each of the different regions are set up as, is they're called biomes. This is a rainforest biome. There's desert, there's ocean. I've spawned before in the middle of a desert island. It's pretty cool. A lot of the different things that are on there. So I hope this has helped you kind of get an idea of. I'll switch over to a couple of other things, but I hope this has given you a little bit of an idea about what Minecraft is. If you want to see some of the crazy things some people have created, they're all over the place. If you have any other questions, go ahead, either ask them here or ask away at some other place. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.